Welcome up in the booth. I'm Joel Klatt. Big win for Oklahoma. They keep their Big 12 title hopes alive. They keep their playoff hopes alive. And it was tough, and it comes down to a play here at the end by the defense, which you knew it would come down to something like that against Iowa State. It certainly has in their last few matchups. Where to begin? Let's start on the offensive side for Oklahoma, because it certainly wasn't pretty. A week after they had really their worst performance in the Lincoln Riley era, certainly as it relates to points and total yards, they weren't great again on the offensive side, and they cannot get that passing game going. There's a few different things going on right now with OU on offense. The first thing is that early in the game, they didn't really establish the run game all that great. They were running it okay at times, but they were trying to mix in the passing game, and Caleb Williams is not seeing the field as well as he should see it. I know that that's critical, but this is part of the maturation of a young player. He played so well when he first came into the lineup for OU, and they had so much success, both throwing it and running it. And now he's running into some different defenses. Remember, Iowa State plays a very unique style of defense, this 3-3-5 defense. He doesn't see that all the time. This was his first chance to play against it, and the looks are not clean. And you could sense that. He was holding the ball in the pocket a little bit too much, wasn't seeing guys open across the middle, and then when he would lock in on a guy, he made a couple of nice throws, but then he threw an interception because he stared one receiver down the middle of the field. This is going to be a developmental thing for Caleb Williams now as the next couple of games kind of play out. And Oklahoma State is a heck of a defense, so he's going to have his work cut out for him against Jim Knowles, the defensive coordinator for Oklahoma State, and that unit which has been so good for Mike Gundy and the Cowboys. It's going to be tough going for Oklahoma on the offensive side. But what they did establish late was a run identity. Now, if you're looking at Oklahoma's run game, Kennedy Brooks has got to be the focal point. That's certainly the case. But it's also the style of run game that they want to be running. That zone style of run game is more successful than when they pull those couple of linemen in the GT gap scheme. I know that's all technical, but basically their style of running at the end in their last scoring drive, that's where they need to sit. If they're able to do that, establish it on first down, then I think the passing game will come along as we move forward. Defensively for OU, that was maybe one of the best performances that they've had all year long. Alex Grinch's team answered the call. They did not play well in the second half last week, and they came out this week with energy. They came out with some passion, enthusiasm. They were hitting, and they were getting after the quarterback. Those guys played a great game. They tackled well in space. They held Breece Hall in check for the most part, and then they got after Brock Purdy. And it was that element of their defense, that front, the pressure that they were able to present that really won them the game. Even when Iowa State had some success late in the game getting the ball down the field, they made the play when they needed to. This defense is going to have to continue to play well as the offense evolves and tries to develop into something more along the lines of what we've seen from OU offensively in the last few years. So OU keeps their title hopes alive here in the Big 12, potentially a seventh straight Big 12 title. It'll likely be against Oklahoma State in back-to-back weeks, first Bedlam next week, and then in the Big 12 title game. But it's going to be a tough go. It's about defense and run game for these Sooners. And if they can really hang their hat on those two things, then you never know. They might wind up with a seventh title and a path to the playoff. But right now, it's a win against Iowa State, that tough veteran team from Matt Campbell, and they're able to get it done here at home on Senior Day. That'll do it from In the Booth. I'm Joel Klatt. Enjoy your day of college football.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.